morning 254 YouTube subscribers. I want to do a trailer breakdown. So you'll hear the sound, you'll see still images. Let's start actually from the beginning of the beginning of the beginning. We'll start with this week in comic books. Natasha, Black Widow, is featured on the Avengers team in this week's comic. She's not a regular part of the team in 2019, and they coordinated that very well. The writer, Jason Aaron, is also credited for the movie Thor Love and Thunder, making Jane Foster worthy of holding the hammer. There's some coordination happening. Also Blade, who is on this poster, sitting in the back. If there's a glare, I can't help you, but that's Blade over there. And he's a new member on the Avengers, just when we start hearing about them making movie noise. Anything Jason Aaron is writing, there's a direct line between him and Feige, the people at Marvel Studios. Look out for what Jason Aaron writes. Now, Black Widow being in this movie. What I said earlier in my trailer reaction video isn't excluded. This all could be happening after a scene in Vormir. Maybe Captain America gives back the Soul Stone, gets back Natasha, and sends her on her way. And that's why she's got to be secretive and hiding everywhere, which explains why all the other Avengers are not there. That scene we saw with Thunderbolt Ross when he was de-aged, I think that, they're known to do tricks in their trailer. That is to make us assume, oh look, they're de-aging him. Yeah. Truly, if this is happening in 2016, like Dave Harbour confessed to or let it slip out in his Collider interview at Comic-Con, this happening in 2016, you would not need to de-age Thunderbolt Ross into a few years younger than what he's supposed to be. This is fine. Thunderbolt Ross has not been de-aged. This is trailer trickery. I'm calling it. Movie will begin in Vormir, and she'll be back in our world. And that'll be... because how else? If it's in 2016 and Yelena, Florence Pugh, is the age that she is, 23 is what she might be, the next time we see her, she will have to have aged 2016 to 2023. If the next time we see her is in 2023, which it won't be, it'll probably be in a 2024 or 25 movie, it'll have been 8 years. 8 years will have passed for this character, and she will not have aged. Even Star Wars, when they went from episode 1 to episode 2, they changed their actor. It wasn't Jake Lloyd anymore. They found Hayden Christensen. They kept Padme Amidala. So maybe that shuts my mouth and makes me think otherwise. But I'll call myself out as I make these theories. I still think that this is happening post-Vormir. So we begin, it's in a city, I don't recognize the skyline of it at all. And she looks herself in the mirror, and we play things from past movies. This is them milking, filling in time as best they can, with her speaking in the background. Marvel is keeping things from me, and that's the way I like it. So even though I might think this is a bad trailer, an average trailer, I shouldn't even say it's bad. It's an average trailer because there's parts that make me smile and things. Even though I think that it's a good thing. 20 years from now, we're not going to talk about, man, that trailer was really... No, we're talking about the film. And this applies to Star Wars Episode 9 also. But different circumstances. I'm actually mad at Star Wars, so I needed something to tell me. And they didn't tell me anything in Star Wars. They're telling me in this movie that it'll be about family, which is a concept I'm not interested in, but at least they told me this is about Natasha Romanoff's family. I'm at 30 minutes, 30 seconds. She's just walking at a train station, looking around and feeling good because she's not recognized. This is confusing, because I'm thinking that it's happening post-Endgame. Man, he looks young, bro. He looks young. They went to all that trouble to de-age him just to fool us in this trailer. See all her passports. This is making you think that it's going to be after Civil War with her and Falcon and Cap. But I didn't see Falcon and I didn't see Cap in this trailer for a reason. Now, the part where she's mirroring her is so cool. The gun switch that happens means that they were trained at the same academy, the Red Room. She calls her sis later on, right after this. There's a little monkey flip that Florence Pugh learned when she was doing Fighting with My Family. As she's fighting with her family. This is cool. That's the hottest bit of action that I've seen so far. I don't care about motorcycles and chases. I've seen that before. You're not going to top Ant-Man and Wasp's car chase, where Wasp is leaving a car, entering through the window of the front seat, kicks the man, shrinks again, whoops ass in the back seat. You can't do that with little hot toy cars that you press the button and it expands and then it knocks it over the San Francisco's roads and it tumbles. You can't top that car scene with people with no powers. That's the biggest thing about this. There are no powers. Now, I watch movies with no powers, of course. Hobbs and Shaw, Gemini Man, John Wick. These are movies, well, that's rated R and they've got more freedoms. I enjoyed them. So I can get a lot of action entertainment here. And plus it takes place in the Marvel Universe, which means there will be ramifications. Now, I didn't see any, but I shouldn't also, of how it will affect other movies. But I know that Feige just wouldn't do that. At least we'll get a post-credit scene that shows them the universes uniting with each other. Isn't that how it goes? Post-credit scenes always have to do with the next movie. The end of Ant-Man, we saw Falcon and Captain America talking about him, how he had a friend. At the end of Avengers Infinity War, we saw Captain Marvel's beeper. At the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, yes, that first one had him being revealed as Peter Parker. The second one had to do with Sword and Nick Fury and the Skrulls. So it has to do with the rest of Marvel. End of this, we'll also have that rest of Marvel bit. So I'm at 112 this summer. She looks amazing. That's what's on the thumbnail. And looks like there was a plane crash and she survived it. There's a thing tumbling. They're in Russia. There's snow. She's wearing a white suit to camouflage because she's in snow. Is her hair red and apparent? Yes, it is. She does the superhero landing. That's cliche and that makes me worry. It's just like how Iron Man landed that one time in his movie. The creativity isn't... It's there. The creativity isn't wowing me. It's not giving me chills and saying, wow, the concepts that they're going to use in this movie. And then Florence Pugh over here, Yelena says,
lucky us.
Lucky. A bunch of kids in the red room. Not a reaction. That's the thing about reactions. I can only react once. Here I can press pause. I can see a Moon Knight chick with puffy hair. They all looks... They're not teenagers. They actually look like women. And then we got Taskmaster with an arrow making me think it could be Hawkeye. Hawksmaster. I'm not tight with Red Guardian. I'm not happy. But like I was saying, Jason Aaron is writing The Avengers and he featured the Red Guardian about 10 comics ago. Red Guardian was a member of the Russian version of the Avengers. What's with his resurgence coming back in the comic books? Well, it's because of this. And apparently he's got fat. The character who tells him that, I don't know who that is. It's not her mother. She doesn't even know who her parents are if you ask Hawkeye. I don't know why she's smiling, but she was wearing the white suit there. So I'm guessing that'll happen at the end of the movie in this snowy place. Now, my biggest problem with her falling from the sky and that's something that I've seen Captain America do countless times. That's a staple of him. It's cool that she's directing herself left and right. But then this is the part that kills me. I would have been okay with it, but there's a dude aiming a gun trying to shoot at her. Every other time and this could be trailer trickery, let's acknowledge that. Every other time someone has evaded gunfire, it was by their skill. I am so sick with it that I'm dodging it or I'm confusing them. This is her falling. Gravity. She has no control. Like, what are you going to do? Sway left and right? No, it's gunfire. He's trained. He's got the scope on you. You've got nothing but time because all you're doing is dropping. And you're not using your gun. I'm hearing gunshots fire at her right now. And from what the trailer shows me, she's looking over like, oh, he's coming. He's missing. Thank God he's missing. I don't like that. Based on what the trailer is showing me. Of course, these could be different scenes from different parts of the movie. But I don't like her falling down. The logo looks good. The music doesn't sound good to me. Adnan said in a comment from my previous video, I don't like the music at all in this. I think it's very basic. It's very suspenseful. And they keep on doing the percussions going black, turning back on. I couldn't get a sense of what the music is going to sound like from this trailer. When I get to the movie and the score is happening and it's happening with emotional moments in the movie, I'm sure I'll like the score a whole lot more. And If she's dead, what's the point of a score? It's like, this is the last time I'll hear it. But she's not dead. If she's dead and they're telling us a story about her family, then why? Why would you make... This is something that would be nice to see for the origin of her, so that with every movie that comes afterwards, I can see the Black Widow's mentality and why she thinks the way that she thinks, because this is her family. I see her background and her roots, and it'll help me throughout her history. This is her last movie, and we're learning about her family? Come on now. This is them investing in Black Widow Natasha Romanoff. That's the breakdown of the video. Subscribe to the channel. My name is Chillmonger. Watch my other videos like the Ironheart video and other videos that are not specific. Watch that Captain Marvel is the SJW video. It's not what it sounds like.